For decades, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has been marked by territorial disputes, historical grievances, and competing claims to land, particularly the Gaza Strip, a densely populated area that has witnessed multiple rounds of conflict over the years. In recent weeks, tensions escalated when clashes erupted between Palestinians and the Israeli forces in East Jerusalem, and particularly around the Al-Aqsa Mosque, one of the holiest sites in Islam. These clashes, fueled by evictions of Palestinian families in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood, reignited long-standing grievances and protest. The situation quickly escalated as Hamas and militant groups controlling the Gaza began firing rockets into Israel, prompting retaliating airstrikes by the Israeli mixed military. The exchange of fire resulted in casualties on both sides, including civilians, exasperating an already dire humanitarian situation in Gaza. Gaza, a densely populated enclave home to nearly 2 million Palestinians, has been under an Israeli blockade for years, severely restricting access to essential goods and services, including food, water, electricity, and healthcare. The indiscriminate nature of the conflict has raised concerns about violations of the international humanitarian law.
There I saw a paradox, a humanitarian catastrophe playing out in real time. On one hand, I saw hundreds of trucks teeming with food and other essential supplies. On the other hand, we know that just across the border, there are 2 million people without water, food, fuel, electricity, and medicine. Children, mothers, the elderly, the sick. Full trucks on one side.
Israel should be urged that the temporary so-called victories did not bring long-term security in the course of history. It will not bring this time too. Israel exploits the solidarity of some countries as an open check for unleashing a blind rage on Palestinians, such a rage which even targets mosques and hospitals. On the other hand, I would like to remind that unconditional military aid to Israel or coercing regional countries to unrealistic and unsustainable plans serve nothing but deepening occupation.
Regional and international actors, the United Nations and various humanitarian organizations are working tirelessly to provide aid and to support those affected by the conflict. However, access to affected areas remains a challenge due to ongoing hostilities, hampering relief efforts and exacerbating the suffering of civilians caught in the crossfire.
اليوم نستلم 20 شاحنة من هذه التبرعات. طبعا هذا العدد لا يكفي ولا بأي حال من الأحوال.
We as medical staff want to leave, but we cannot. We might not survive until the morning.
For MMU Radio News, my name is Joanne Mudhoni.